So, I mentioned to some of you before this evening that we had a very special surprise, and we do. Thanks to a wonderful partnership with Aguda Leman HaChayal, the Friends of Israel Defense Forces, we were able to bring to our synagogue this evening a very distinguished representative of the State of Israel. And there are two reasons that this representative of the State of Israel is here with us this evening. The first is that we have some very special honorees with us this evening who will be receiving very, very much deserved awards and recognition for the good that they've done not only for the State of Israel but for the Jewish people. The second reason is that we as a community over the past several years have become stronger and stronger in terms of our advocacy for the State of Israel and our work on its behalf. We should take great pride in this, and the soldiers of Israel benefit from everything that we do. And let us never forget that as I introduce the dignitary who is here among us this evening, the soldiers of the State of Israel could well have been our own sons and daughters, ladies and gentlemen. They could have been our 18-year-olds, our 19-year-olds, our 20-year-olds, our 21-year-olds. They could have been any of us at any point in our lives, had our parents or our grandparents made a choice for one boat instead of another. They are our children, and we are here for them. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride and pleasure that I introduce to you this evening Lieutenant Colonel Ehud Kauf, the military liaison of the State of Israel to the U.S. Armed Forces based at Fort Monmouth. He is a man of the Signal Corps in the State of Israel and is the liaison to the Signal Corps here in the United States Army. It is a remarkable privilege to have a man with us this evening, a soldier who has given his entire adult life to the service, the welfare of the State of Israel, and the safety of Jews all over the world. I'll ask us all to rise to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Ehud Kauf.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Shalom and good evening. Every morning in the Judean desert, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the fastest tiger or it will be killed. Every morning, a tiger wakes up. It knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will be starved to death. So you see, it doesn't matter whether you are a tiger or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you'd better be running. Today, the 60-year-old State of Israel faces three main threats: Iran, and Iran. The first one is Iran because of the nuclear effort that Iran is currently developing. If the Western world does nothing, Iran's nuclear capabilities will soon become a real military threat, not only to Israel, but to all of us. The clock is ticking. We cannot accept the reality of a nuclear Iran. The second one is Iran because of Hamas, which is an Iranian proxy backed financially and militarily by Iran. Hamas does not recognize the existence of the State of Israel. Hamas, who took over Gaza about a year ago and threw out the Fatah Palestinian Authority, is not a partner for peace talks and does not agree on any level to a two-state solution. Every day, they shoot rockets over the southern part of Israel, including Sderot and Ashkelon. Tens of thousands of Israelis live every day, every week, every month, for the last 3 years, under the daily fear of what will happen in the next second, minute, hour, and how far they and their children are from the closest shelter. The rockets sometimes, unfortunately, also take Israeli lives. The third threat is Iran because of Hezbollah, which is funded, supplied, and supported by Iran as another proxy. Almost 2 years ago, during the Second Lebanon War, we discovered that Hezbollah is not just a typical terror organization, but it is a terror organization with organized military capabilities. About 4,000 missiles and rockets were launched over Israel. That was just a small portion of its arsenal then, and an even smaller percentage of its current arsenal, which has been restocked by Iran. Hezbollah continues to build up their forces to prepare for the next round of confrontation against Israel. Among their munitions are rockets with a launching range of more than 250 kilometers. In real terms, this means they can reach every square kilometer of Israel, from Kiryat Shmona and Haifa in the north, to Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, and even as far south as Beersheba. Simultaneously, they are trying to undermine the current but very weak government of Lebanon in order to make Lebanon a Muslim Shiite religious country. My job is to represent the Israeli Defense Forces to ensure that they have the technology to overcome these threats. For the last 3 years, I've been the Israeli liaison officer stationed at the US Army Research and Development Organization for Communications Electronics at Fort Monmouth, New Jersey. As part of my job, I'm responsible for the data exchange between the Israeli Defense Forces and the United States Armed Forces, especially the Army, in the areas of communications, computers, command and control systems, radars, electronic warfare, sensors, mine detection, and other technological issues. Not does the IDF have the human factor advantage, it also an advanced and technology-based military force, the strongest in the Middle East and one of the strongest in the world. We are ready to deal with any threat we will face today or in the future. I'm proud that I have a part in the effort to bridge gaps that Israel or the United States have in their own military technologies by sharing knowledge that is critical to each nation. Today, as we're celebrating the 60th anniversary of the State of Israel, I look around at this wonderful event and I am reminded of my homeland with the sounds and tastes of Israel. I am meeting people who love Israel, people who care about the country and its existence on every level, and people who are essentially ambassadors of goodwill for the State of Israel. We are blessed to have your support, and I thank you for being part of the group that keeps the beautiful gazelle, our Israel, still running. Usually, when we wish someone well, we're celebrating a birthday, we say in Hebrew, Ad 120, or in English, may you live to 120. But in the case of the State of Israel, we must say, may you live forever plus 120. Thank you very much.